check. Buy a jumbo jet. It wasn't easy, but nothing is. No. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Typical body of a donut, that's so typical. Tail like a god, that's so typical. He's still modest, so typical. Don't wanna talk about it, so cynical. So cut it out like a umbilical. Don't wanna risk it out, should the ridicule. It's so typical, visual, I feel like the one. Yeah, I wake up every morning and thank God for my lungs. Cause I'm breathing so good, I know I don't have to run. When you're looking this good, no one can tell you to jump, to swim. Yeah, I'm trying to ride the wave, I'm trying to get me paid, I'm trying to move and shake. I'm getting used to change. Face of a mortal, that's so typical. Like a god, that's so typical. Still modest, so typical. Don't wanna talk about it, so cynical. So cut it out like a
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's our visitors and our home team. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, glad you were with us, and Daniel Carlson here to get things started. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
And this run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And this time, they are ready for it. Throw for a loss, and it's second down.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
And a much more positive run here. That one is good for 10, but it's still going to leave with a third down coming up.
A really nice explosive play there on the ground, and I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Williams in motion. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. It's a pickup of 13 yards. And that will be a first down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. What's up?
Off the play fake, here's Goff. Out to his right. That one thrown on the run, but the receiver had to reach back, couldn't bring it in, and it is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up the key 3rd down?
And that one shuts down pretty quickly. We'll get back in the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it.
16 yards.
It's a pickup of 16 yards down to the 16.
1st and 10.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. And that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
It's a toss play, left to Gibbs. And he'll take this one in.
And when things haven't been going your way, like they haven't around here recently, Mike, this is exactly what you need. You're looking for a spark. So to take the opening possession of the game, march it down there, and come away with the score, all of a sudden the sideline's a lot more positive. There's a lot more good energy amongst your teammates. Is that the spark they needed to turn this thing around?
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
Daniels starts with a pass. A screen set up for Krosky Merritt. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own. The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
On the check.
Third down and 3.
18, Pioneer. Buffalo 18. Mustang 19. Here we go. Here we go.
Play action. Here's Daniels. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 33. A big play on that one. 33 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Daniels now on first down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there.
13 yards.
A pickup there of 13. That's enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop. They come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Goff to throw on first down. He'll get that into the hands of Williams.
They have a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
On play action, Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he will score. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
On first down, Daniels. Open man downfield. inside of midfield.
22 yards.
Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
43-yard line.
79 Broncos. 70 Ring. Come on. Set. 70. Cuddy.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. And that will be incomplete. They could not hook up on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Ready up.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Set. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready up.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Dragon. Trap 19. Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18.
Off the bootleg. Here's Daniels. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 12 then. And that will be a first down.
31-yard line.
19 light. Mustang 19. Let's go now. Cougar 19. Warrior 70. Go.
Throwing again. Daniel. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Ready. Hawk 70.
Daniels gonna throw again. That's swung out to Koski Merritt. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the right zone, inside the 20.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Give them 14 on that one. That's enough for a first down.
1st and 10.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away,
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
and we've seen this time and time again, when this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
Viking 18. Check out.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
Brings up 3rd.
Take a look
and
at his
6.
eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. It is brought in the end zone.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the first down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
Carlson's kick is good. And his guys will tie things up. We are all even at 14.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
We are all square, 14 apiece to score as this one's away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17.
And they're on 17-yard line.
They'll go play action with Goff. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Call it a game of 13, and that will be a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another first down.
First and 10.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Now, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
He'll get that complete to Ross. And he'll be marked down the 45-yard line. 11 yards on the connection there. That's enough for a first down. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he's able to push his way forward. A gain of about 2. It'll be second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball. They bring him down for a short gain.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
14 yards.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Line 20.
Now, Goff. The pressure gets there. Down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Second down.
Now, faking the give. A throw right side is intercepted. And a solid return as he gets it up past the 45-yard line.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
To throw is Daniels on first and 10. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. They put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Daniels to throw on second down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette.
Dragon 60.
And it's going to bring up a third down.
Warrior 70. 70 Lions. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. A gain of 16 yards. That will be a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
To throw is Daniels. That's to the left side. Hauled in by Legette. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
At the 27-yard line.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain. Now this offense could use the first of their timeouts as they stop with 28 seconds to go in this first half. Second and 10.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Come on. Come on. Set. Cougar 19. Ready.
Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage as best. Might have even lost a yard there. Now this offense could use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have one remaining. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. Here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run the toss with Gibbs. To the pylon, he's in.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half. But everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock. And they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Visitors 21, our home team 14.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
First down and 10. At their own 35-yard line.
Cup 19. 65. 79 Bronco. 19. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniel. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Jeff, let's go. Bronco 80.
Here's Daniel. That one taken in right side by Leggett. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All I ever wanted was a black brand national. Being rational, giving what they ask for. It's not enough. You solid, clever, but it's not enough. You that are really stuff, but it's not enough. Say bigger than myself, but it's not enough. Somebody got a bad time. Somebody got a bad time.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. Right side. Catch made by McClure. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
It's a gain of 18.
18 yards. And a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Cowboys, Mustang 19, County Lions. Bronco 80.
Run over center. That's Krosky Merritt. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot. Buy some extra time for your offensive line and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. But in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
Over the middle, he's got Leggett. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
This is a great example here, Mike, of just the value and the importance teams place on first and second down. Teams call them early downs, where it's not just live and die by third down anymore. Those days are kind of over. You have to stay ahead of the change. You have to stay efficient on first and second down. If not, you end up in third and a mile, and even after that nice pickup, still brings up fourth down.
Going to leave the offense out there for fourth and long.
60, count 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler.
They'll go. Here's Daniels. That's going to be caught. It's a pickup of 14. And the decision to go for it pays off.
Love the idea of going for it on fourth down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on fourth down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. And he will score!
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but Just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down.
It's third down.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
It is third and long. Now Gibbs. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. 18 yards on the pickup there. That's enough for a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And a first down.
Head up. This is right. Finding room to the 20. And he's down at the 3. What a run. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 31 yards. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. Right. Touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and it's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Get it. 70 Lions.
On first down, Daniel throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
Throwing on second down, Daniel. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just wouldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyway. We do know it'll be third down.
Cup 19. Cup 19. 79, 70 Rangers. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game. Like, it just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is
Daniel
looming.
Whelan in punt formation.
On fourth down, Daniel Whelan is on to punt. And great coverage on special teams to mark it down. Inside the 5-yard line.
At their own 4-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 20. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice game, though, on first down. A pickup of 7.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
On play action, Goff. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. Pick up of 46 yards. Laporta in motion. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. Laporta in motion. Now a run to begin the fourth quarter on 1st and 10. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Goff. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Gibbs
At the 2-yard
will
line.
take it in. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
35-yard line.
Warriors 70. Here we 18, Rattler, 18. Yep.
Daniels now on 1st down. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
And it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off from their...
Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Nice game.
This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And that's going to be incomplete. They have to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on downs.
He isn't able to secure that grab through the contact, and they're quickly running out of possessions to get back into this game, Mike. I mean, their chance to come back was already slim to none, but slim better went just out the window as that ball hit the turf.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards, and that will be a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Back on the ground and back to right. Good blocking to the 15. And he's in! Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but
The kicker on
it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Next to score, visitors 42. Our home team 21.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A short one taken at the 10. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Stop hiking, 18. Check out.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
So at this point in the game, Mike, offensively, I think for the offensive coordinator and the quarterback and everyone, they're just trying to build on something. Can you generate an explosive play? Can you bring just a little bit of energy to the huddle and to the sideline? Because throughout most of this game, not a whole lot's gone right.
And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. A gain there of 24 yards. That's enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Daniels. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Brandt. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
On the ground, this is Gibbs. Jameer Gibbs. And he's got another one.
Touchdown.
And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Extra point attempt still to come. He gets it to go, and the visitors will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Our home team 21.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. It'll be backed up now to start this drive. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have one remaining. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Here we go, here we go, go!
A run to begin the drive, and it's Krosky Merritt. going to be marked down up around the 18-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
Well, that run came at the perfect time, Mike. Anytime you find yourself backed up near your own goal line, the goal is to just start with one first down. They were able to get it here. Now you give a little breathing room, a little room to operate. Fresh set of downs. Keep this drive alive.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. So, from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 2. On the give, Kowski Merritt. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
A gain of 3 yards. And the first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Come on, set. Bronco 80. Ready?
Throwing is Daniels. Out wide, it's McClure. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking it.
Here's a third down and 4.
Let's go. 68.
A run out of the gun, Kowski Merritt. It's a gain of 10 yards. And that will be a first down.
Typically in a third down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
Crazy. Down the sideline. And he will go all the way. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play. Run after catch.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice shot here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
On the give, it's right. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And make it a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value. And so far, this guy's been incredible.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready? 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
They'll throw with Daniels. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And a marker down, just shy of the 40.
That's good.
Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock is stopped. 47 seconds left here in the 4th. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike. And just because they have this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. That pass taken in by McCory. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
It's a game
A first set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
79 Broncos.
1st and 10 at the
70
45-yard
Ranger.
line.
70 Ranger.
Daniels gonna throw again. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Open man downfield is Lee. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win for our visitors. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago. A game they really did struggle in. It looked like a different group here as they respond with a solid